Welcome to Ibjjf Tutorials. This video will be focusing on takedowns. The next sequences will show you some of the most common examples of situations where takedown points will or will not be awarded. In order for a takedown to be considered, the movement must start with both feet on the ground of the athlete performing the action. When one of the athletes starts the movement and causes the opponent to land on their back, sideways or seated, establishing top position for 3 seconds. When an athlete forces their opponent to the ground on all fours or belly down, points will only be awarded once the athlete controls the opponent's back. Placing hooks is not required, but keeping at least one of the opponent's knees on the ground for 3 seconds is. Not to be misinterpreted when an athlete initiates a takedown movement and the opponent defends by sprawling and controlling the back. This situation is not considered a takedown, and no points will be scored. If an athlete takes the opponent down in the safety area and stabilizes for 3 seconds, 2 points will be awarded and the fight will restart in the same position at the center of the mat. While in any position starting from guard, if the athletes remain on their feet for 3 seconds, the combat shall then be considered standing combat. In order to start the 3-second countdown, one of the athletes must have 2 feet on the ground and the opponent at least 1 foot on the ground, without the knee of the opposite leg touching the mat. But when both athletes remain standing for less than 3 seconds and the athlete on defense throws the opponent back to the ground, no points or advantage will be awarded. When the opponent has 1 knee or more on the ground, the athlete performing the takedown will only be awarded points if they're standing at the moment the takedown is carried out. On the other hand, if the movement does not initiate from standing, it will not be considered a takedown and no points will be awarded. No points will be awarded in situations where the opponent is taken down from their knees, whether initiated in the guard or any other ground fighting situation. When the athlete uses a single or double leg takedown attempt, but the opponent successfully applies a counter takedown, only the athlete performing the counter will be awarded 2 points. The opponent will not score points or advantage. In a situation where the athlete initiates the takedown movement and the opponent tries to take their back in the process, but does not succeed, it will still count as a takedown and 1 advantage for the back control. Not to be misinterpreted if the athlete takes the opponent down in order to defend a standing back take, where the opponent has 1 or 2 hooks in and no feet on the ground, they will not be awarded 2 points or advantage for the takedown. An athlete who initiates a takedown before the opponent initiates the guard pull will be awarded 2 points for the takedown. However, if the athlete who initiates a takedown after the opponent initiates a guard pull, they will not be awarded 2 points or advantage. When an athlete has a grip on the opponent's pants and the opponent pulls guard, the athlete will receive 2 points for the takedown if they stabilize the top position on the ground for 3 seconds. When an athlete has a grip on the opponent's pants and the opponent jumps guard and remains suspended in the air, the athlete will have to put the opponent's back on the ground within 3 seconds and stabilize the top position for 3 seconds to be awarded with takedown points. However, when an athlete has a grip on the opponent's pants and the opponent jumps guard and remains suspended for 3 seconds or more, it will decharacterize the takedown attempt and no points or advantage will be awarded. Now we are going to show you how advantages are scored. The referee may only award advantage points once there is no longer a chance for the athlete to reach a point scoring position. When an athlete achieves a takedown and their opponent lands on the ground, but the position is not stabilized for 3 seconds, an advantage will be awarded. When an athlete applies a takedown or a series of takedowns and the opponent returns to their feet before stabilization, only 1 advantage will be awarded when there is no longer a possibility of completing the takedown. Any situation where the athlete takes the opponent down to the ground, lands in guard or half guard, and immediately gets swept by the opponent, they will be awarded an advantage for the takedown attempt and the opponent will receive 2 points for the sweep. Not to be misinterpreted for when the athlete takes the opponent down, landing free from the legs, then the opponent reverses the position without using guard. 1 advantage will be awarded for the takedown attempt, and no points or advantage will be awarded for the reversal. Please be advised to these similar situations with different outcomes. When the opponent deliberately flees the match area to prevent the athlete from completing a takedown, 1 penalty will be given to the opponent and 2 points to the athlete. However, no advantage or points will be awarded when an athlete attempting a single leg takedown takes the opponent outside the combat area. If the athlete lands the takedown beyond the safety area, no points or advantage will be awarded. But if the athlete lands in the safety area and ends up out of bounds through defending before 3 seconds of stabilization, an advantage will be awarded. For more information on takedowns, visit ibjjf.com/rules. Thank you.